start off by saying I hope you guys are all safe out there. Okay, I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you are taking care of your family. I hope you have gone out and educated yourself on all the ways you can make a difference in that car, right? With this thing flying around us, with this CV, right? Very, very stressful, trying times. And many of my subscribers have reported that the trip count has gone down tremendously, right? A lot of people are working from home, and employers have said, hey, go work remotely. People are in their houses, on their Wi-Fi, on their laptops, and they're just not driving to work, right? So inbound trips to work, outbound trips from work back home. Suddenly you take a huge chunk of those trips out of the rideshare world, right? So it really has hit your bottom line. I'm sure you can feel it, right? The more media, the more days go by, the more people that get infected, the less trips, the less the riders are using the platform. That's a fact. And then with the United States basically cutting off flights to Europe, to China and other areas, again, even more people are not traveling. So how do we compensate for those loss of earnings? Rideshare drivers tend to work more, right? We work more, we put in more hours. I welcome Mark Vega, I welcome Alan Mills, I welcome my info CLA. Thank you for being in the room, as well as all the other people checking in. Now, I got off the phone with these Uber attorneys. Again, I'm not going to mention their names until March the 20th, 5 p.m. if need be. And then I'm going to go full tilt, right? The whole experience was full tilt means, right? Today's discussions, I'm rather, got to be honest here, I'm rather pissed off, right? Was expecting to see them in court tomorrow. They managed to get a delay, right? Another 60 days. They've already got one delay. That's how I told the attorney, that's how you guys do your song and dance. You delay. So you're basically delaying and deferring payouts to the next quarter, because they're masters at the game. But knowing that, knowing how they step dance, right? Knowing how they operate, what works best is you give them deadlines, right? So my court case tomorrow morning, I was all excited, was all prepared, all the evidence, letters, etc., from different drivers, ready to present a good case to the judge. These guys said, hey, we don't want to fly in because of the coronavirus. And then I said, okay, what do we do? So I put these documents, I sent them documents with FedEx, which was supposed to be there on Wednesday. And really, part of my frustration, I guess, and my anger also has to be directed at FedEx, because come Friday and they still haven't delivered the documents. Obviously, there's chaos right now, right, with all these deliveries and people buying up stock, supplies. I mean, these guys are working around the clock. And I understand that. I'm not faulting FedEx for it. But these documents were supposed to be on Uber's desk today. The attorney said they hadn't arrived. I more or less had to agree to we called into the courts and we got another extension. The lady did not want to get on the plane because of the coronavirus. The courts denied her call-in, which is good because there's a lot of evidence that has to be looked at. But the bottom line is, here we are. I'm on the phone again with these attorneys today. Song dance. Not going to reveal the guy's name yet, right? Not going to draw the lady back into the game yet. I'm going to give them till March the 20th. 5 p.m. That's the deadline, I told the guy. After that, I don't negotiate, right? He said, well, we can still negotiate when we litigate and go to court and on your other case. Unfortunately, they don't know how I play the game, right? When I file papers, I get the amplifier on, and then every day I just crank it up, right? And I'll let attorneys deal with the paperwork, and I will deal with the onslaught in social media. And listen, I'm going to go to town. I'm fucking so sick and tired of these guys. Partly some of the reasons that I'm rolling out these campaigns, obviously, we got to see money. And my info CLA nails it right there. Thank you for understanding me. Thank you for seeing that. You're saying you seem annoyed. If I tell you guys how fucking annoyed I am with Uber, and with the song and the dance with those attorneys that I just spoke to, and I know they're listening in because they were making referrals to my last video. So they're watching everything. Good, they should be. March the 20th, we dance, boy. And I can dance the tango extremely well. You want to do the foxtrot? You want to do the rumba? Do you want to do the cha-cha-cha? Do you want to do the disco jive? Do you want to do the swing? Do you want to do the fox? Do you want to do the tango? Whatever you want to do, we'll dance. Dancing with the stars, my friend. I'm going to draw them onto the dance floor, and we're going to dance, right? They're going to dance with all of us. We're going to fucking make them dance. And on April 1st, we're going to make them dance. So here's the deal, my friends. Uber driver apps off April 1st, 8 a.m. Lyft driver apps on. And that from the 1st of April, 8 a.m. to the 8th of April, 8 a.m. For 1 week, we can do this. Right? It's not like you're cutting your monies off. You're just saying silence to Uber, full tilt Lyft. A week later, 8th of April, 8 a.m., you switch. And then it's Uber apps on, Lyft driver apps off. It's all explained there. It's not very, very difficult. What are we pushing for? Well, I want you to make the switch. I want you to, let's hit them hard before the March 20th. And after that, we hit them even harder. We take a stand for better pay, and we take a stand for better treatment, right? It's that simple. And when my last text message to this attorney at 5:34 p.m., I told this guy, thank you for the call. The deadline I put forward to resolve all matters now at hand is March the 20th, 5 p.m. Up to then, we can try and reach a resolution, and I appreciate the time you set aside today. Very cordial for now. And then he writes back, understood, happy to speak with you. That's it. Understood, happy to speak with you. So there's the word, understood. He understands where I'm coming from. And after March the 20th, if we can't get a resolution, you guys help me. We hit that amplifier, okay? And I'm going to draw these guys in. I'm going to tell you that on come 5:30 p.m., March the 20th, I'm going to draw them in, and they ain't going to like it. So now, a AAA Andy 77 says, I'm quitting driving until when? If you could share with us until when, finish that sentence. I want you to guys help me hit this home, this message here, April 1st. Who's the fool now? Let's make a fool out of them, right? And, you know, I want to read this article to you from The Guardian. It's really, really, really powerful. It says, coronavirus forces companies like Uber and Lyft to reckon with workers' rights, right? Our rights, which they've been ignoring all along. Gig companies fought to make workers ineligible for benefits. Now they're offering paid sick time to prevent the virus from spreading. And Uber and Lyft achieved multi-billion-dollar valuations by classifying drivers as independent contractors who are ineligible for benefits. Now the spread of coronavirus may force the gig economy to reform. Both companies have announced funds to compensate drivers who have been quarantined or diagnosed with COVID-19 in response to pressure from those who say they cannot afford to take time off work even if they are sick. The 2 weeks of compensation now being offered represent a concession in the fight gig companies have spent years and millions of dollars waging that drivers are not full-time employees. Sick leave is something generally only provided to employees. A California-based employment attorney said, if you grant someone paid time off, that implies employee status. Companies including Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and Instacart intensified their battle to classify workers as contractors after a landmark California labor bill known as AB5 went into effect in January. The legislation implements a three-part standard for determining whether workers are properly classified as independent contractors. Right? Now, I'm not going to go into the full brunt of this article. I'll leave the link there. But these are the things that I discussed with these attorneys on this call today. I said, listen, you have double standards, right? I got to put this out there. I got to get it off my shoulders. You have double standards, I told this attorney. You have a standard for California, and then you have a whole different standard for all the other states. You're not treating us equally. You are doing what suits you best based on the battle in front of you, based on the AB5. And I told him I was instrumental in pushing AB5 because I wanted both sides, the California state and the rideshare companies, to come up with a better deal. I said I believed, and I still believe we can come up with a better deal. And I put my full force behind it. I went to Sacramento, I went to San Francisco, I went down to San Diego to meet with the lawmakers, and I did everything in my power to push for change, right? So I wanted these attorneys to know that, right? And we will keep on pushing for change, and we will keep on pushing relentlessly, protesting, striking, costing these companies millions upon millions, tens of millions of dollars, right? Until they listen, my friends, right? So Rideshare Trickster says, I'm shutting Uber down April the 1st. Thank you. I know that we have hundreds and hundreds, soon thousands and thousands. Rideshare 411, I need you to make a video on this, right? About the April 1st strike. Get it out there. Let's get all the YouTubers behind us, and let's take a stand. It's not like you're cutting your monies off. We are just sending a powerful message to Uber and Lyft. We control the apps, not you, right? We, the drivers, control the companies, not you. It's not like Tony West says this company is not built on drivers. We're a tech platform. We'll show you how we can disrupt that tech platform very, very easily. And I need you guys to circulate this video. Make your own posts in Facebook. Make your own videos, right? Draw attention to your own new channels, right? Just push this out in social media, Twitter, etc. And then what I also want to do is I have these different pricing structures. I want to go with a premium platform there. I want to raise $389 before March the 20th. And then on March the 21st, we go out. Go viral by distributing your press release to industry, curated Twitter feeds, and influential blogger networks. Earn media coverage by emailing your press release directly to relevant industry-specific influencers. Drive website traffic by syndicating your press release across hundreds of media partner websites. Increase release visibility in relevant search results across major search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing, by permanently hosting your press release on PR Web. This is a service that I have been using probably since 2008, 2009 when they came out. And they've just added different platforms. I've used this one. It works very, very well. Use this when we pushed out the new local driver press releases, and I want to push out a press release. Everyone can maybe just, if we can get 389 people just to chip in $1, right, we can get this out and promote the April Fool's Day protest, right? I want to show these guys we are serious. Guys, I have funded a lot of the stuff up front. Let's make this one a collective effort. I'm not asking for more than $1 or $2 towards this $389. Within the next week, I'll do several videos. I know we can do it. And then we're going to push out press releases. I don't have to pay for professional press releases drawn up. I've got great writers that contribute their time for rideshare drivers, so we'll have them write up. My friend Andrew Carmen, who writes amazing press releases, will put that together for us. I just want to jump back into the room briefly. Ken Huyen, I acknowledge you here. Rideshare Trickster, obviously I've acknowledged you here. Reinhardt says he's in. Sunny Days. Andy77. And Rideshare 411 says, Professor, call you tomorrow. We can talk about what you want in the video. Thank you. I appreciate you. Right. I need soldiers right now, and we need warriors. We need soldiers who are ready to fight, right? Because I am going to take the fight to Uber like they've never seen before. And we've got the channels, we've got the people, we've got the syndicates, we've got outlets to circulate our news. Mark my words, Uber people over there, Uber attorneys, your company is going to pay millions and millions and millions of educational dollars for not listening, right? For not listening. And I got to unload again today. You know, he kept on saying, well, that's how you think. No, I said, not this is how I think. This is how tens and tens of thousands of drivers think. I ran them scenarios by these attorneys because they're listening. They said they would listen. You know, what it costs to keep that Prius on the road, you know, with them reducing rates, cutting rates, doing this, doing that. I mean, it's getting harder and harder. I told them why we have to cherry pick. And I said, how dare you retaliate with threatening messages? And all of those threatening messages that I've received from hundreds and hundreds of drivers, right? I'm going to show the judge, right? You have an option there to accept and decline because they want to circumvent AB5, want to become semi-compliant as an independent contractor, show the state they're doing something. So they allow you to accept and decline. But the moment you start saying no to the 3s, no to the 4s, you take the 12, you take the $15 trip, they punish you. I told them on the phone, this shit has to stop. This is what pisses drivers off. Don't say on the one hand, hey, you will now treat them like an independent contractor, and then you shoot them in the foot, and you shoot them in the thigh, and you shoot them in the leg, and you shoot them in the calf, right, so that they can't walk. How dare you do that, right? So we're going to, listen, I'm amped today. I'm fucking furious with these guys. And the battle, my friends, you want to piss this South African off, come Friday, piss me off. I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to your doorstep, right? And I'll do that with thousands and thousands and thousands of drivers strong. So we're not going to go out there in the picket lines because there's a good chance it'll be raining. I don't want those signs to get soggy and wet and the ink run down. I don't want to take a chance on a day with, you know, in summer, yes, we can protest, right? But now here, sort of in winter, I don't want to pick a day and say, okay, on April the 1st. No, we're going to do it online. Sunny, thank you. Just brought it down. Let me just do the math here. So I start making notes. We're on 389. We got a $5 contribution. We're going to raise 384, and the gentleman was Sonny Days, who just reduced it by 5. Thank you, sir. Right. And I'll be doing videos daily. I'm going to ramp up to March the 20th, and then we get, I'm going to have 2 different people. I have one very, very powerful radio host in Canada who knows all the press there, a lot of the press in the United States. I'm going to use him, and I'm going to use this service, and we're going to announce the April 1st Pro Online Driver App protest, the first of its kind, right? And just like I got the under 4 we don't whore going, that also went viral. We were talking about this, right? That I was talking with the guys that we say no to 2s and 3s, and we should have the right to do that, right? Because those trips don't pay us. This is what I was sharing with this attorney, right? He had another lady. There was a new lady attorney on the line. It wasn't a paralegal that I was dealing with, but it was another lady, I believe her name was Kate, right? Kate. She was on the phone call with me. Reinhard Beinhardt, vielen Dank. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Let's just say, okay, we got less 2, raising 382, less 3, raising 379, less 10, raising 369. Thank you. Attorneys at Uber, you've mentioned you're watching all my videos. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, just look at this. This is how we roll, right? This is how we stick together. Dark Road Run, I will make that up to you, right? I will make that up to you. Mark Vega, beautiful. Thank you, sir. 369 less 20. We're on 349. And I'm going to show you the receipt and everything so you know exactly where these dollars are going. This is not money that's going in my pocket. I can guarantee you this. I'm going to show you guys the receipt for 389, right? So put my mouth, my promise to work, and we will apply these doleros to an effort. This is a big effort, my friends. This company, you can research them. It's PR Web. They are owned by Cision. It's probably one of the best syndicated PR online platforms in the world, right? And yeah, they're not cheap. Entry level basic, $99. You don't get much there. Next level is $189. You don't really get much there. On the $289 version, you get quite a bit there. But when you go viral, like with Twitter and all the outlets, this is where it gets exciting. Thank you. Mark Vega, thank you. Dark Road Run, thank you. Cheeseologist, thank you. Reinhardt, thank you. And to all the other people, thank you. We're going to chip away on this daily. And then on that weekend after March the 20th, I will syndicate the press release. I'll read the press release to you first. We'll then press the button, get it out there. And it's going to cost them millions and millions and millions of dollars. And we'll do it again until they listen, right? Because the one thing they do is they like to buy time. They like to sing and dance. They like to buy time. Told the attorney, you guys are masters at that. And I said to this attorney, you get paid by the company. But the attorneys that I have been up against, who get paid by the hour, $350, $450 an hour, they understand what bad media does to them, and they try and minimize their losses, right? So the longer these guys want to engage, the more money it's going to cost them, right? The sooner they put this puppy to bed, the sooner they address our concerns, the sooner they want to work with us. And it's truly amazing speaking to this attorney how they'll listen to you, but they will never acknowledge. They'll never acknowledge the problem that we are facing, right? They don't want to even repeat that. They don't even want to repeat my words or repeat it back to me. Yes, we hear you that the driver feels this and this way. Rideshare 411. Thank you, my friend. We less 5. We're down to 339. That's awesome. We're already on 339. Keep it up. Keep it up. We're gonna keep it up. We're gonna light it up, baby. We're gonna light up the www online world, right? These guys think we can't do it. Watch. I'll send this guy the receipt. He knows I'm talking to him right now. I'm gonna send him the receipt. Come March the 21st. Here we go, buddy. This is first step. Many to follow. Whoop, 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 whoop. Right? So please, very, very, very basic instructions. Very basic instructions. 1st of April, 8 a.m. to 8th of April at 8 a.m. What do? We switch the Uber driver apps off. We switch the Lyft driver apps on. And then 1 week later, we reverse. This is a 2-week exercise where we're not cutting off our earnings. We're basically just making a statement, right? Because here Uber's cutting costs on the backs of drivers since 2010. Drivers Unite. That's what we'll do on this, right? And if anybody wants to go onto that website that I'll be using, it's called prweb.com, prweb.com. Go to pricing and look at what we're going to go invest this money into the premium. Now, hello, rideshare and gig drivers of America, says James Campbell. Look, right now we got to stay safe, right? So I hope, does everybody have one of these, right? Does everybody have a microcloth that they can spray down and do a quick cleanup? Listen, I tested it. It takes 3 minutes to clean the entire car, all the surface that a passenger can possibly touch, right? Some guy in the live stream texted me back and says, oh, it takes way more than 3 minutes. I did it in 3 minutes. I wouldn't have advertised 3 minutes if I hadn't done it myself. And I said, let's say you're hypothetically doing 30 trips. 30 trips times 3 minutes is 90 minutes on a full day. Be prepared now to do 90 minutes of very, very important cleaning. Unfortunately, we have to take the matters in our hands in these trying times. Uber and Lyft, they're talking about these kits and they're going to send us sanitizer. And I ain't seen shit yet from them. Ain't seen nothing. Ain't seen no cloths. Ain't seen no disinfectant spray. Ain't seen no sanitizer from them yet. What I've just seen from Uber and Lyft is the continuation of putting riders, even problem riders, high-risk riders, together with drivers, right? Because guess what? Dollars are more important than lives, right? Dollars come before lives right now. It's all yap. We'll do this. We'll send you this. So far into the game, so many people have been infected, and now only are they waking up and smelling the coffee. Oh, maybe we should do something about this. Maybe we should get an email about this. It's another thing I complained to the Uber attorneys about, right? So you guys know the issue. You knew already the day it started because you were following the pattern in China, and you knew the next thing Europe had. You knew it was going to start in the United States. And still, for a matter of 2 weeks, you did no warning. You came up with no solutions, no ideas. You just, your little introvert, Dara K, kept very, very silent. Logan Green kept very, very silent. Jaya, thank you so much. So we have $339 so far, less the contribution from Jaya, the $3. We are down to $336, which we're still going to raise in the next week towards the premium package, right? And this one really blows it out. If you guys want to look at it yourself, like I'll share the link here, www.prweb.com, right? There it is. And then go to the pricing. On the top, there's a category writing on the top there, pricing. How it works, it explains. This is a service I've used several times. Then it'll take you to a page. And by the way, if anybody wants to launch a service, obviously now it's very difficult to launch a service or a company or a product in these trying times, right? My one friend who has 30 drivers, who has a lab company, they do pneumonia testing, etc. His name's Chris. He's never made so much money as in these times. Obviously, you go through these cycles. Some companies will dip, the aviation industry. David J, love you. Thank you, my friend. Got another $3 contribution. So we went from $336 less 3 we are down to 333. We'll raise 333 in the next week of the 389. But this guy has never made so much money as he has been in these trying times. He has this lab company, this testing company, and other companies are hurting, even tanking, right? The ship industry is hurting, the cruise industry, the plane industry. I mean, what's flourishing right now? Companies selling supplements, immune boosters, right? Prepared kits, blah, blah, blah. There's certain companies that are flourishing in these times, right? And there's a lot of other companies that have been seriously, seriously hit. So wherever we can, extend a helping hand, right? And try and keep their companies afloat. Now, Rideshare Night says, I think for part-time drivers, it's better to stop driving completely. This virus is no joke and nobody will pay for your sick days. Virus spreading very quick, and virus can spread even to 6 feet in a car. Thank you for sharing. Senebobo says this economic system is a complete scam and joke. When things go wrong, all they do is print more money, free market or scam market. It depends who you're talking about, Senebobo. There will always be the scammers trying to make money within a problem, right? But you got to also look at the reality around you, right? What's going on, right? Look at what's happening in Italy. Look at what's happening throughout Europe. Look what's happening in the United States. And there's no panic or fear or alarm, right? You've got to stay calm. But, you try to go to Costco. I went to Costco, got instructions from the madam today, go and buy toilet paper and all these things from Costco. There I go, and everything's empty. I got to text her and say, listen, I'm going to scramble and get what I can. Look, vitamin water. El Chapo, they delayed my court hearing till May the 15th. And that's why I'm so pissed off today. I just got off the phone with this attorney and another attorney called Kate. Never promised that I wouldn't release her name, but I'm going to draw her into the battle if need be, right? But these guys asked to delay the case. They've already delayed it for a month. Now they want to delay it for another 2 months. And there's a future hearing date in 60 days' time. My deadline with these attorneys is March the 20th at 5 p.m. We rock and roll if you don't want to play ball by that date. I work with deadlines. And the response of this attorney, by the way, again, not going to reveal his name, not going to reveal his phone number, but understood, happy to speak with you. When you say to me, mano to mano, man to man, understood means he knows there is a deadline, right? We can ignore the deadline, that's fine. The company will pay the consequences. Seneboga says the governments are the scammers printing more money on Q, quantitative easing. Okay, all right. I'm more than welcome. If you're more than welcome to send a link. I will look at that. But right now you're way above my head. I'm just trying to talk about the very, very basics here, right? How we fight for more pay, how we fight for better rights. And we're going to do that. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that by heading them on April the 1st. For 2 weeks, we got to see this through, right? It's a very, very simple idea, very simple formula. We don't have to go stand in the picket lines. We don't have to be in the rain with these soggy paper sticks, maybe where the ink is running all over the show, maybe even drips down onto our clothing and dirties us. No, we don't have to be out in the rain with the umbrellas picketing. We're going to do this all online. We're going to take the protest online, my friends, right? And thanks for asking, El Chapo. Anyway, I like it, El Chapo. El Chapo is out of jail. Cool. So, David Garcia, we got your back. I appreciate it, and I can assure you I have your backs. I have thousands and thousands of drivers worldwide. I've got your backs, right? This is one channel I operate. Just so that you know it, I operate 8 YouTube channels and 9,200 videos. So I sent them the proof of the 9,200 videos. So it's not just talk. They can see I actually took the time, the effort, the money to make 9,200 videos, right? For rideshare. It doesn't include what I've done for maybe like real estate videos or other videos, or we have our interests, right? and we talk about various interests. You have your hobbies, your interests, but when it comes to rideshare, to date, over all these years, I've made 9,200 videos. My sweetheart fiance just said, my kids are out of school too. I hear a lot of whispering in the background, so I think they must be back. Appreciate them for allowing me to finish this live stream. Abstract Echo says, no court date, got postponed till May. That's it. May the 15th. Right? They did not want to fly down because of the coronavirus. The courts will not allow them to call in and battle this out over a phone line. The court said you have to be present. You have to, we have to discuss the evidence. We have to look at, and somebody has to be present. So what do? They didn't make it 30 days because maybe coronavirus is in full swing. What they said is, hey, you know what? We'll do it in 60 days. So here I am. I'm not waiting till May the 15th. That's it, right? So I acknowledge the courts. I respect the clerk of the court for pushing and nominating that date. I told her, look, you get to pick and choose the date. Obviously, I would like to have the hearing in 30 days. She says, absolutely not possible. It's going to be 60 days. I said, okay, ma'am, that's it. And you never want to argue with these. You never want to argue with a judge. You never want to argue with the clerk of the court, and you never want to get on the wrong side of the security in the courtroom. That's it. Remember this. Always remember this. Every time you're in a hearing, you got to kiss ass to those people. Be nice. Be sweet. Thank you. Right? These people will determine your fate in a case. So from the get-go, the moment you get into that courtroom, the very first time, you're nice to the people. David Garcia, we got your back. Thank you so much, David. We just went from 333 right down to 323. And like I said, when firstly, I'm going to read the press release to you. I'm going to have Andrew Carmen draw up the press release. I've already notified him. And then I will share the receipt. You guys get to see the receipt. What I've also done, my friends, and this is an invite to Rideshare 411, I sit on a database of 300,000 newspaper editors worldwide. A couple of people have emailed me and requested a free copy. That cost me $4,500 back in the day. So to show you that I want to give back, if you can use this for your business, if you can use this for your YouTube channel, I will more than gladly send you a free copy. So Rideshare 411, if you want a copy of that, and anybody that wants to help, like let's say you just want to send out 50 emails, right? You want to draw up your own little press release to push April the 1st. You've got some writing skills, or if you want the press release from Torsten, I will forward it to you. And if you want to just chip away and send out some emails, the more emails we get to newspaper editors, the better our chances are of being in some print publication in Oklahoma, down in Austin, maybe Zurich, Switzerland, maybe Sydney, Australia, maybe, the Citizen newspaper in South Africa, the Star newspaper, the Sowetan newspaper in Johannesburg, the Chicago Times, La Opinion, the Spanish newspaper, LA Times, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, on and on and on and on. They're all on there. So if you want to participate in the efforts, contribute a little bit of work, send out emails, the same press release again, so we can show, hey, we're serious about this and we want you to write about this. This is a great topic, right? Because we basically get to talk about the facts that these laws are in place, but they're circumventing them. They're retaliating them if we are using the laws that are in place. They're retaliating. So we get to really write a nice piece and show the public how these guys act, right? And this is, this is the point, again, in all the conversations I've had with this attorney and today with this attorney and with another lady called Kate, it doesn't seem to resonate, right? They still think their company is doing everything by the book and is doing it right. They're not. I guarantee you they're not. So we have $323 to go, which means we already collected $63. That's very, very impressive. Just in one day, we collected $63. So we'll do it every day. I'll do a live feed. We'll chip away. We'll get as close as possible to the $389. I'll pay in the difference. And then we push this out. I will share the press release with you, what it looks like. Feedback will be important. And then the final version, if we can all sign off on it, give it a okay, we will then push it into syndication, right? And I will also ask the company local driver in Canada, I speak to them daily. I will also ask them to push something out on behalf of the drivers. By the way, the localdriver.co website added another great video today. I will also push that out into my channel. Really, really cool video with an explanation by this talk show host how we will operate. Right? It really, really looks cool. And by the way, just so that you know, in the business plan, because we are applying for grants to California, there's $25 million grants that we're applying for the new local driver co-op, right? Also the business plan that's going out to the business investors, multiple investors, even people at Tesla, right? Big shareholders at Tesla are getting this business proposal. What I said to the board, we had a board meeting today on the phone. I said to them, I want a contingency. I want something worked into this business plan. We set a certain amount of monies aside. So if something like this, a pandemic, ever happens in the future, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, we have set money aside for it, in whether it's in form of kits, sanitizers, gloves. We have to learn from this, and we have to incorporate these figures into a business plan so we can plan for the next future problem. Right now, these people ain't prepared. Hospitals ain't prepared. They don't have enough of these, germ killers. They don't have enough testing kits. They don't have enough respiration monitors, blah, blah, blah. They are so freaking understaffed and overwhelmed. Hasn't even really begun in the United States. But I can tell you in China and Italy and other places, those hospitals just could not cope, and they were not prepared for this. What we have to learn from this is to prepare ourselves for the next problem, right? Jaya says, Prof, are you aware that recently that Uber drivers were given a fake surge at LAX? Yeah, I've heard a lot about these fake surges at LAX, whether they are manipulated by them, by the company, or by outsiders. Hopefully that'll all come out sooner or later. Go Donny.com says, I know how his sentence is going to end. It's probably going to say, come on, man, because he just can't let go of those 3 words. So he says, get sick, get your 2-week check. Oh, I'm sorry, 14 days, app out for good. Maybe they'll buy you grave. That's a little bit low. I want to actually kick that comment out. That's just a little bit stupid for me. I can't promote that. I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about deaths and tombstones. That's just silly shit. I'm not going to read that out. But if you have something constructive to say, please do. How to donate? You can do it right here through the platform. You can do it on Venmo if you have Venmo. Right. The bottom line is show you my. The bottom line is that I'm going to acknowledge, even if it's $1 or $2 contribution, doesn't matter, and then show you that's the Venmo there. I'll put it in for you. So either here on the channel or through Venmo, but the bottom line is the moment we've hit this $389, we can apply it and push this thing out, right? I don't know. I like Venmo. A lot of my clients pay me through Venmo. And when I tell you guys that I probably dedicated 5 to 10 minutes to wrongful deactivations, I wanted these people to understand, right, how wrongful deactivations happen, and that they really need to get a grip on this, right? Whether it's the rider fabricating stuff. I said, you can't just turn around and switch off a driver who's done 6,000 trips and say, well, there's this false report. I said, you guys really have no checks and balances, no system in place which will look at, is this truly a deactivation that we need to carry through? Hang on, this guy's done 6,000 trips. He's squeaky clean. She's squeaky clean. 4.85, 4.95 rating. 1 or 2 fabricated rider reports, and then you just switch off. I said, it's got to stop, right? And you have the power in that legal team to speak to your departments. I said, I've never spoken to a more senior person at Uber than this individual, right? I said, you have the power to make the phone calls and make these things, these changes, put checks and balance into place, right? Otherwise, sadly, your stock's on $22 right now. The last time we spoke, it was on $26. The time we spoke before, it was on $28. Between the first time I spoke to this individual and today, their stock went down $6 in a matter of a few days. Stephen Spence in the house. How are you, buddy? Anyway, Uberman Tampa, you may not have to worry about this whole thing because many companies are shutting down. Walt Disney World is closing. Yeah, I mean, Disneyland shut down. March Madness shut down. The NBA shut down. This is serious stuff. Oh, that's awesome. So Rideshare 411 says, your videos about April 1st will be on Spanish in my channel. That's great, right? It's a language I don't speak fluently, but gracias, por favor. If you could do that in Spanish, that would be great. It's very, very simple, right? April the 1st, 1 week off Uber app, only drive on Lyft app, right? And then 8th of April, 8 a.m., we switch, right? Uber app goes on, Lyft app goes off. Very, very, so we take their entire power away for 1 whole week. And again, yeah, not the NFL draft yet, exactly. Not yet, but it will come, right? And I could, based on the emails my kids received from the school today, I think it's a matter of days, and then there's many of the school systems in LA are going to shut down. Let's do this. I like that. That's the title of this person's YouTube handle. It says, hello from the land of the frozen tundra. Hello, frozen tundra. Hopefully you're staying warm there. It's okay, dude. You got to just go Donny Com, just keep it clean, right? I'm not in the mood for those type of statements. We're trying to stay alive here. We're trying to come up with good methods to keep everybody healthy. Let's keep it that way. My fiance's daughter just said, there's no water at Walmart. Well, there was no water at Costco today, and there was no water at Trader Joe's. But if need be, just get your filter and your faucet on, right? All right, so let's see. Are you done? No, not yet, but you can do your thing quietly. Mark Fowdy's in the house. Says this thing is going to blow up soon. Stephen just came in. Thank you. So thank you, Stephen. So we went from $323. We got a contribution from Stephen. Thank you. I acknowledge you. Appreciate you. Less 5. We will raise 3:18. We did well. We're doing well. Thank you. Go Springbokke. Go the Springboks. Yep. And my fiance's son, Liam, he managed to go and watch the Springboks down in LA. And they won it. They beat, who did they beat in the final?
I think it was Australia. No, it was
Fiji. They beat Fiji. Yeah.
But they
and then the Springboks just played in Canada a few days ago, rugby sevens, and they came third. They got the bronze medal. Yeah, the Springboks, big, huge. You're talking to a huge fan. Here I got my N95. Not easy to put these suckers on. Put this thing over your nose. There we go. N95, baby. Small suckers. I've got a big face. The best. Got a lot of them. Got a lot of the N95s. N95 going to keep me alive. N95 going to keep me alive. Yeah, my name is Borat. Borat. You look Borat. Yeah, Justin Trudeau has coronavirus. The president of, or he's in quarantine. It hasn't been revealed yet if he has it. Tom Hanks has it. Tom Hanks's wife has it. 2 players on the Utah Jazz have it. But Trudeau's wife's in quarantine, and now him as well. They haven't really said if he has it. Does anybody know if they've announced if he has it? Let me see. Let me just check. Should be on the news, right? Let me just check again. Let's see. So one lawmaker, God bless her, she got the CDC chief to promise free coronavirus tests. The question is, they promised free testing. Let's see if they actually do it. Kelvin Wirt, Knoxville, Tennessee in the house. Dude, I don't know how long you can keep that on, but it's hard to breathe under that sucker. Tom Hanks and wife as well, yes. Correct. Sid Ibrahim, why did they retract your message? What were you trying to say? What were you trying to share? Stephen Spence, All Blacks are awesome. They're hot, man. Hot. Bella Denver, good evening, everyone. How are you? Denver in the house. We welcome Bella from Denver. William Connor's in the house. William Connor, you're asking me, how worried are you, honestly? Well, I'm a person that doesn't like to buy into fear and into, get like crazy fearful about it. But I look at the facts, and I don't think the facts look. Sherelle, Charlie, here's mine. Thank you so much. Sent you a text question about someone who's interested in a Prius. Yes, I think I got that. To buy a Prius, right? So I got to put you guys together. To buy a Prius, correct? So we were raising 318. We got a contribution of 10, which brings it down to 308. That's awesome. Yeah, I will put those 2 people together. Just like I did, I got Rick Nelson a car 2 days ago, and he sent me a picture. So if I can get people into cars, absolutely. Alan Mills says, my brother-in-law's Jewish day school in Beverly Hills shut down. Yeah. Sierra Canyon, where I usually pick up a lot of kids. LeBron's kids go there to Sierra Canyon. That shut down. And it's a matter of days, folks. And then the LA school district, Las Virgenes school district, they're all going to shut down. Thank you, Sherelle. Appreciate it. Huh?
Conejo Valley.
Conejo Valley is going to shut down?
Yeah, it starts
I've just been informed. When?
next Monday.
Next Monday. Schools are shutting down. And kids can't celebrate and say, oh, it's a vacation, because they have to get on computers. They got to learn now, how do you work from home? How do you study from home? How do you engage in a classroom environment from home? Maybe good preparation if the next pandemic rolls along in 5 or 10 years' time, right? Thank you, Sherelle. We appreciate you. Right, Chef 411 says, everybody have a great night. Thank you. If you could make a video in Spanish about that, very, very simple, right? Not complicated at all. 1st of April, 1 week Uber driver app off, 1 week Lyft driver on. That's from 1st of April, 8 a.m. to the 8th of April, 8 a.m. And then we switch everything around. Uber drivers apps go on, Lyft driver apps go off from 8th of April, 8 a.m. to the 15th of April, 8 a.m. Just make the switch. Why are we going to make that switch? To stand for better pay and for better treatment, right? And the campaign is an online driver app protest called Who's the Fool Now? And by the way, Who's the Fool Now was originated in a live stream. Love and Light says people will get stir crazy no more than a month on this quarantine. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you know, all they're trying to do is just slow the whole thing down by people staying indoors, not going out, mingling with people, touching doorknobs, flushing other restroom toilets, right? You want to try and slow this whole sucker down so that the hospitals and doctors, tests, etc., can all catch up if it does take off. Because right now we're lagging so far behind. Saw that in China, we saw that in Italy. They are so overwhelmed, right? I mean, a lot of these helpers, hospital helpers, are infected. They're putting themselves in harm's way. It's really, really hardcore stuff. Got to admire these people. They're still going to work, to the hospitals, to help these people, knowing that they could easily contract it there. William Connor says, that's why I'm worried. Worried to a certain extent. I just say, don't panic. Don't switch the panic button. Work together, educate, take care of your brothers and sisters around you. Work as a team. Sherelle said, my client who I drive home from her school in Pasadena to her home in East Whittier every day, her dad called me today, school is canceled until April the 6th, which is probably a smart thing, but it takes away your earnings up till April the 6th. That's reality. It takes away that daily trip that you were relying on. Seed Ibrahim says, you know that Uber banned me permanently. The reason they gave me, somebody reported over tired driving. I spoke to them, but they said we have already made the decision. Over tired driving. I mean, is there evidence that you fell asleep at the wheel? I mean, what story were they concocting? I mean, tired driving is a really hard one for them to prove. So that's a case I would take to a small claims court, right? You go to the Uber hub, they don't want to work with you, right? If they don't allow you to appeal it, go to the Uber hub and say, I'd like to appeal your decision. If they don't work with you, then you march straight to small claims court. And you can contact me how to file for a wrongful termination. That's what I told these attorneys. I will educate thousands and thousands and thousands of people like Seed Ibrahim about their rights. March it straight into small claims court, because right now he ain't working based on someone that said he was too tired while driving. Well, how do you really determine if someone's too tired? Look, if you have video footage and you're filming the guy falling asleep on the wheel, sure, that's one thing. I'm going to subpoena the shit out of Uber, believe me, right? I'm going to hit them for request for admissions, interrogatories. I will set up depositions. I will subpoena the crap out of them. I'll subpoena the security company. I'll subpoena the the hubs, Burbank, LA. I'll subpoena Razia LLC. I will subpoena Uber. They don't know what's coming. They don't even want to start with me. I will keep them so busy and create so many fires over there. They have no idea what's coming after 5 p.m. on March the 20th. And Bella has a really good point here. I know where Bella's going with this, but she says, Zaid, do you have a dash cam? Get yourself a dash cam so that you film it and then you have evidence, right? So you can protect yourself in court. Abstract Echo, thank you. We'll talk. I like it. I like his brain. Don't forget motions for discovery of the algorithm. Good one. So Trudeau's wife has the coronavirus. Maybe he has it too. Listen, if they were making out or kissing, he obviously has it too, right? Yep. I also just got that same text, Mark Foudy, that Trudeau's wife has it. So we will pray for her. Hopefully she's young and strong, takes enough D3, and I hope she's better in 14 days' time. The same for the Canadian president. I hope you and your wife stay safe. From all of us drivers, we send you a lot of love and light coming your way to Canada. That's it. So listen to me carefully, said Ibrahim. Go to the hub. You tell them you'd like to see the evidence. They need to provide you the evidence. They're obviously going to feel very cornered, very worried. And then you said, I'd like to appeal your verdict based on the fact that you have no evidence. This is hearsay. This is just what the passenger made up, right? They don't cooperate with you. Just say, okay, we'll sort this out in court. What state are you in? Are you in California, New York? Where are you? Go onto Google and you Google your forms. You put in small claims court forms, California. There they are. Get your documents. Usually it starts with SC, small claims. Usually 100 means the forms you fill out. 104 is proof of service, blah, blah, blah. And you file it. Which reminds me, I'm going to actually file. Thank you for mentioning. I'm going to refile. Now that I have a 60-day waiting, I'm going to file several subpoenas in this small claims court. Let's show them. Let's show them how this works. Prayers up. Cool. So for any newcomers to the stream, to the live stream, firstly, let's get it up. We're only on 23 thumbs up. This is the number we're going to be raising here for PR Web, which I will push out next week. I will read the press release to you. What do you achieve at premium level for 389? We've already raised 308. Sorry, we have 308 still left to go. So we raised $81 already today. Go viral by distributing your press release to industry-curated Twitter feeds and influential blogger networks. Earn media coverage by emailing your press release directly to relevant industry-specific influencers. Drive website traffic by syndicating your press release across hundreds of media partner websites and increase release visibility in relevant search results across major search engines, Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc., by permanently hosting your press release on PR Web, right? Thank you. So we're on 26 thumbs up. Let's get it to 30. And it is my goal to reach together with the drivers the 389 by March the 20th, 5 p.m. I will then read to you the press release that will go out about April Fool's Day, about the driver app protest that will go on worldwide. Now, understanding that in certain countries they don't have Lyft, but even if in those countries, if drivers would please be willing, if you're in Cape Town, South Africa, Sydney, Australia, wherever you are, Berlin, Germany, Osaka, Japan, if you could just switch off your Uber apps for one day, standing strong with your brothers in the United States who will be switching the Uber app off for a week, the Lyft app on for a week, and then we reverse it on 8th of April. We do it in reverse. So this is a 2-week exercise where we're not cutting off our money supply. We're just sending a powerful message to these guys. Who's the fool now? Bella Denver's in. Rick Patton, appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. We will get this going, right? Just like we did for Mandy. And by the way, the little rideshare sweetheart angel, Mandy, who passed away from cancer, where we all collectively raised money for her family. And Dustin did an amazing effort on that. Her sister reached out to me today, Mandy's sister, and said, thank you again for what you guys did. So that's sweet. We incorporate her into our prayers. She told me she misses her sister terribly. I understand how you feel, sweetheart. We're all giving you a big hug, lots of love. It's really hard that you lost your sissy that you love so much. She's in our thoughts and prayers. You are in our thoughts and prayers. Rest in paradise, Mandy, says Abstract Echo. She's looking down on us. She's protecting us. And she's saying, Uber and Lyft, my name is Mandy. You better treat those drivers well. Exactly. I know we have a rideshare angel above us. I know it. She's there. Rick Patton, how do we get you the dollars? Well, you can contribute through the channel, or you can do it through Venmo, right? On Venmo. A lot of people have been contributing on Venmo. The bottom line is, I'm very, very clear with the monies we've raised. And then when we've raised enough, we don't have to raise anymore, right? And I will be sharing the receipt, the online receipt for this. Yeah, Dustin totally rocked it on that one. He did. Good for him, man. Amazing, amazing, amazing effort in fundraising on that. It's great. James Campbell says, I'm at $356 this week from Instacart and DoorDash. There actually is life after Uber. I like that. That's good. You got a great sense of humor. There actually is life after Uber. That's so cool. Oh, Bella Denver says, bottom of the chat box in here, there's a donate thing. Down at bottom of that box, there's a dollar tab. Bradley Daniels in the house. People are flying into South Florida because the tickets are lower than Uber rides, but there's no surge. Oof. Yeah, flights are so cheap right now. A round trip to Hawaii and back is offered, I believe, by one of the airlines for $100. I mean, they are just desperately trying to fill those seats, or at least pay, just cover their overheads, just cover the gas of the plane, cover the pilot's salary, cover the stewardess's salary, the wear and tear on the plane, just the very, very basics so that they can stay afloat. So they're extending all of these crazy deals, right? I mean, I wouldn't even want to know how much a ticket to Europe right now costs. It's either going to be extremely expensive or it's going to be so dirt cheap, one of the two. What do you think? What do you mean when you say, do you think it will pick up? What will pick up? Thank you, sir. My info CLA. Here's the small donation. It's a great donation. Thank you. So we have 308 less the contribution from My Info CLA. I wish I had a name for you so I could call you a name, but it's okay. Don't have to reveal any name. Less 5, and then we're on 303. Almost under the 300 mark. Rolf Stark II, martial law soon. We don't know. Let's not pump up the fear and the hype too much. Let's look at this as a day by day. John's J. DeGravio in the house. He says, yo. We acknowledge you. Bella Denver says there was a plane that had to make emergency landing in Denver because passenger got hostile over someone sneezing next to them. Wow, yeah, it's getting crazy, dude. People that can't stay calm and cool, and it's going to get really, really nuts. But everywhere I'm listening to the conversations, the only conversation taking place, when I was at Costco or Trader Joe's or wherever I was, the only conversation was about this frickin' CV. CV. Crystal, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, yes, one more. Crystal, thank you. You're a sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you. So 303 less to almost under the 300 mark. We're on 300 to go. We'll do it daily. We'll get there, and then we're going to pump this sucker out. I'm going to show Uber what we can do. They think, whoa, Rick Patton in the house. You are amazing. So are all of you. Hey, guys, you rock, man. You rock. There we go. Let me update you real time. So we have 301 after Crystal, less 20. So it means we're on 281. And then Abstract Echo after Rick Patton walks in. He slams down 10. Oh my gosh, here we go. Rick Patton, another 5? Holy camoli. Got so involved in listening to you, I almost forgot to donate. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. So we go from 281 less 10. We're down to 271. And then Rick Patton slams another 5 on the table. And it says, ha, ha, ha. You rock, buddy. And we are down to 266. Like math. 266. Wowza. Thank you. It's rolling in, and I'm glad. Here's the cool thing, guys, and I want everyone to know this. In the last conversation, I get off the phone with the attorney. I text them a deadline because I work well with deadlines. David J, thank you. Slaps down another one. We're on 265. Thank you. Right. So I get off the phone with him and said, I'm going to send you the deadline right now. So I sent him, hey, the deadline's March the 20th at 5 p.m., right? Because I told him I'm sick and tired of your song and dance. You delayed the hearing by a month. Now you're trying to delay. You're just trying to defer payment, right? You're just trying to make the one quarter look better than I know how you guys sing and dance. And I said, it ends March the 20th, right? And he told me they watched the videos. Rolf Stark, thank you so much, sir. So we're 265 less 2. And I will show you guys all the accounting. We're down to 263. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I said, I'm glad you're watching my channel because you can really hear what drivers have to say, how upset they are, what matters to them. I am simply a conductor, but I'm a conductor, and so are many of the other YouTubers. Thank you. We are conducting the message, right? And that's the beautiful thing. Remember when Uber did a live feed, they cut off the voices. They wouldn't allow the comments, right? They said, well, you guys cut off the comments. We don't cut off the comments. We speak freely, openly, and truly about how we feel about the company, of what they're doing to us, right? Now, you as an attorney understood. You're not a programmer, right? You're not a CEO, right? You're a guy that puts out fires, a lot of fires. But mark my words when I say to you, right, James Campbell, thank you. And from 263 less 2, we're on 261. Merci, gracias, thank you. I'm kind of hurting for cash. No, I totally understand. And even $1, it's all good. If somebody's hurting for cash, I'm not expecting it. But even if you can just round up $1, because I want to get this out and I want to see what you guys put together, right? The press release is going to be about everybody chipping in. I just pushed out several press releases that I paid for local drive, and we got a lot. We were on Market Watch, we were on Fox News, we were on MSNBC, we were on CBS, I was on ABC, through a press release we did for local driver. And that is collecting names and getting that local driver company going, the cooperative, so we can become independent, right? And we're working on 90%. We can do it because it's a cooperative. A lot of the money comes in from other cooperatives, from people that are paying through purchases, wholesale purchase. So the cooperative makes money on many ways. So they don't have to be greedy on the split. They're making in the 90. Love and light. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. 261 less 20. Love you for that. Sending you love and light right back. Goal towards the goal on 241. Right? This is a good video because, you know, we're raising money, and I can show them that we're raising money towards this cause, right? So what I owe the house are the receipts of this. When I push this out, we're going to stop at 389. We're not going to raise any further money towards this. We're going to go for the max package with the most exposure, right? And Mr. Mark, wow, geez, he's laying it down. Thank you, sir. What can I say? Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. Unity. That gives me the chills. Unity. We went from 241 to 201. That's insane. Thank you. Go, Mark, go. Send him love. Send him the love emojis. Let's show Mark Vega some love. Let's show love and light love. Everyone that's contributed, let's show them love. When I tell you what these people fear most is the way they are perceived in the public place. When you push out media like this, a big press release, right? Edward Escobar did that very successfully the other day. William Connor, just doing what I can. You're a rock star. 201 less 2. We're down to 199, folks. My info, just another dollar. We're down to 198. You're amazing. So 198, let me just write that down. Thank you. What they fear most is what does the public think of them, right? And when you push out something like this, where they get really, really hit hard in social media, Twitter, press releases, Yahoo, Bing, Google, etc., all in one go, boom! It sends another shockwave through the media, right? And who reads it? Obviously, the public. Riders read it, drivers read it, investors read it, right? And they hate that. I know that they hate that. They hate that, like it drives them crazy. If you can strangle them on this issue, this is what hurts them most, right? And what I'm going to keep on doing this week is, and what we got to keep on doing is pushing the company, outing the company, because they're not doing enough on the coronavirus, right? It's a lot of promises. Haven't really seen the money in the fund yet, just been words, right? You've got to put the money in the fund, right? It's like people put money into this fund towards that. This is talk. I mean, sorry, this is walking the walk. What they're doing is just talking the talk. They're just talking. Are we going to create this fund? Show that you have the funds set up. Thank you. Appreciate that. Another 2, we're down to 196. Thank you, Rolf Stark. Thank you. Appreciate it. Brothers in arms, he says. Awesome. So I got slightly derailed there, and it was a good derailing. Love, 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 love. I love it. Love and light, sending love to all. That's so cool. They get to see that when we stand in unity, we can really create an outcome, right? And this is why the 2 things I want to talk about daily, and it might sound a little bit repetitive, but every day from now on, I'm going to talk about April the 1st, and the other thing is about the coronavirus, because I'm going to hold them responsible every single day until they show that they've put the fund, that they've created the fund, and until they are sharing the information of high-risk riders with the drivers. I want to see that media release by them, press media release by them, that they are actually doing something about this coronavirus, and here is what they are doing. So they lay it out. So the little introvert Dara comes out of his shell and says, this is what we are doing. We have identified high-risk riders, and we're not matching them up with drivers, doing something, not talking. They haven't even spoken about this idea, and I think it's a very, very valuable idea, right? I think it makes a lot of sense. I mentioned this to the attorney on this call. I said, please, if you have the power to tell your boss, and I know you do with your position, right? You got to tell him that he has access to that data, and he cannot couple that data, right, with drivers. High-risk riders with drivers. That's a Petri dish. Right? So this is how you show us that you put lives over dollars. We don't want to see dollars over lives, right? And these are the type of things I'm going to shove down their throats every day up to next week when we push this out, right? So I'm just putting it out there. You're going to be hearing a lot about this, but I will be talking about it, putting it out there in the universe. I know they're listening, but now I want to see doing. Now I want to see results, right? So I'm asking the company to come out and say, this is what we've put in the fund. Jeff Bezos got so much pressure, he came out and said, boom, $25 million. I want to see from Derek Kay, what are you committing towards this fund? Right? Show us a dollar sign. I want to see from Derek Kay that you're taking action and you're not matching high-risk riders with drivers. Take it. Show us what you're doing, right? Show us the results, right? This is, how are you going to hashtag resolve these issues, as Abstract Echo says, right? We have the unity. We have the determination, as Abstract Echo says. What do you have to show us, right? We're still driving. We're still bringing in the money. On a lower capacity, of course, the trips are getting less and less. Mark Fowdy just says, I don't want to get paid sick time. I don't want to get paid sick time. I don't want to get sick. Good. Just say it out. And you just do everything in your power, right, to make sure you're not sick, right? Just keep that immune system up, guys. I showed you the other day, 4 products cost me $70. This, by the way, is off the charts. It strengthens the bronchi and the lungs. James Campbell already says, correctly says, sorry, Derek Kay is no CEO. He's a talking head CEO for a batshit rogue company. I want to quote, I'm going to use your line. Derek Kay is no CEO. He's a talking head CEO for a batshit rogue company. I love it. Oh, I see what you mean, Mark Fowdy. I won't get sick if they don't match us with high-risk passengers, right? So, Dara, please. Tony West, please, right? You have access to the high-risk data. Don't match us up with these individuals. If you know that there are salespeople or people that do trade shows, hopping around city to city, country to country, you know about their travels, you know about their whereabouts, I beg you, do not match us up, because what we do on a daily basis, we pick up that problem individual and then we do another 30 trips. Can you just understand the math for 1 second? And then passenger number 6 gets it, he goes home, he gives it to his family, blah, 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 blah. That's how the numbers just double and triple overnight, right? So, work smart, Tony. Work smart, Dara. Get a grip on this. Mark Vega, where we are at now, sir, at the balance for the Prime subscription, I will give you an exact update of the $389 we are trying to raise. We still have to raise 196. Let's do the math. We raised 192 in one live feed. That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then I will, next Friday, read you the press release. And then we will, whatever we don't have, I know we're going to hit the mark. With what we've hit today already, we'll easily make this marker, right? And then I'll push it out, and then we will publish the receipt. So everybody can see that that money went there, right? And believe me, when I say I've already over the years spent tons of money. I've sent folders of complaints, letters to Uber. I've FedEx fees, party fees, thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars just towards this cause, towards the driver's cause, and more importantly, the hours, right? The hours that the Dustins put in, the hours that the Torstens put in. Granted, we truly, our system, our hearts keep on pumping because of these comments, right? This is what keeps us going. This is what keeps us alive. This is what keeps us thinking. This is what keeps the issue alive, right? It's because people are coming in with suggestions, with ideas, with complaints, blah, 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 blah. We could write a list of items that appear in these type of live streams. And I don't mean blah, blah, blah in a negative sense. What I'm saying is there's so much material that goes through a live feed, multiple live feeds, multiple videos, feedback. So Mark Vega, wow, he's hitting it hard today. Thank you. So we were from 192 down to 187. Again, Mark Vega, you rock. We're keeping it up. You've donated enough, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Bella. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mark Vega. You rock. What was I saying is that I had to, holy heck, this guy's just hitting the button all the time. You're making me dizzy. Mark, thank you, but stop now. 187. There's 10 is 177, and love and light, another 5, down to 172 left. We'll get there. We don't have to do it all today, guys. I appreciate it. This is important for these attorneys to see. And I'm glad that these attorneys, here's the thing. There were certain things that this attorney mentioned in my conversation with him today that I know that he watched the previous conversation. He wouldn't have known that had I not spoken about that in Payman Ali. Go get him. Thank you. We're getting them with this press release, right, on PR Web, the big package, the premium package. So Payman Ali from Vegas. And by the way, 172 less 8, we're on 164 right now. Let me just show you something to show you, like, how I get around. I'll show you here. Show you. I gotta show you. Here we go. I know it's right before this here somewhere. We gotta show you. Got to share this with you, going through a lot of photos. Whoa, Ron Reagan laid it down. Thank you, Ron. Ron, another 15. Wow, we're on 164. 164 less 15. Wow, we're on a 151 balance. We're getting there. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Payman. Thank you, Vega. Thank you, Love a Light. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for every single one, whether it's $1, $40, whatever you've donated. He rocks. He does. All of you rock. Every single one. I'm not just highlighting one individual. Everyone rocks. So I want to show you a great picture taken July the 24th. The gentleman with the black shades, that's Payman Ali. And we have Mark Rowden, we've got Roy Waters, we've got all the guys there, right? This is Vegas, by the way. And we all sat and we had drinks, lunch. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. But I think that's when Payman Ali, correct me, you had short hair, because when I saw you at the ride share party, let me go all the way through to 2020. That was July last year, but let me go to 2020. I believe, I could have sworn Payman Ali had grown a full skull filled with hair. Where is he? Where's Payman Ali? Unless he was hiding it underneath his, yep. Mark, whoa, Mr. Mark Vega, whoa. There's Payman Ali with Rick Nelson. Some of the guys, some of the drivers. Thank you, Mark. Wow. Damn. 151 less 20 equals 131. Okay. Put the foot off the gas pedal, Mark. Mark almost contributed half of the press release. So we've got 130 balance. We'll get there. We have all week to get the sucker. Any overspent super chats should be used to fill Ruben's Corona supply. Well, we're not going to buy him beer. We don't want to make him drunk. But what I will do is that the gentleman who is writing the press release pro bono, maybe I can give him $50 and he can go and invite his wife. I mean, this guy, when you hear this guy write, he's like a laser beam, right? You give him the idea what the press release is supposed to be about. You got to say, okay, I need you to restrict this to 400 words. And then he just puts a masterpiece together. So what I will do is I'll say, hey, you know what? From all the drivers out there, here's an extra contribution. So if we go over that mark of 389, I will give him something so he can take his lady Elaine out for dinner, right? And I'm sure he'll be extremely happy. It's the same gentleman that helped me serve the papers on, it's a good friend. He's an Australian. He's a rock star. He's the same gentleman who helped me serve the papers on the hub, serve the papers on the San Francisco office, right? So, and he's doing that out of the kindness of his heart, because to drive the whole matter further. If you guys want to see some really rad, some really, really cool it's another driver there. Look at that. That's Payman Ali. Oh, they're happy and smiling, and me too. Check that out. Woo-hoo! That's a happy dude there. You're wondering what that funny green thing is on my nose? It's actually a laser light. Tiny little laser light. No Cry Baby. He was there too. The girls that were doing the food for us on the day. Is it Shani Raja? Oh, there we go. A lot of there's the Philly guy, Kevin, all the wonderful drivers. We had a lot of people there, man. That was a fun event. There was Raja Salvi from the Inland Empire. Two lovely ladies that I met through the channel, also drivers, awesome, with our 80s banner in the background. We got Paul Figueroa, San Diego, Debbie, Dave the Uber slave, in front of the Ford truck. They're all wonderful and cool drivers that came to the party. I'm going to throw another one. Next one we can do is LA or Viva Las Vegas. Viva. And few days after the party, after I fell off the rafters and banged my head, this gentleman was hit in a head-on collision, was in hospital, and he's recovering. He's been back in our stream. Garcia. So a lot of rad, cool people in the house, all real peeps. All real people. There we go. Did you guys go shopping?
Yeah.
Did you get any supplies?
No.
Did you get coronavirus supplies?
Corona beer.
Corona beer. She bought Corona beer for 2 weeks supplies. Obviously, she wants to celebrate and get drunk. Come say hello to the house.
No.
Come. Don't shy away, girl.
No.
Oh, she's been in the rain. She's all worried. Just pop your head in briefly with your hoodie on.
Okay.
Hello, hoodie girl. You want to know how much we raised today for the press release? So we're trying to come over here and pop your head in. Just don't pull the thing out. Look at this little angel. There's another little rideshare angel, future rideshare driver. What do you want to become, a teacher?
I want to become a newborn baby nurse.
She wants to become, come talk to these people. Tell them
I want to become a newborn baby nurse because I love children and I love helping them.
Wow, listen to that. She wants to help. She wants to be a nurse and wants to help newborns. And her name's Danu, and that's my fiance Laura's smallest one, right? How old are you, Danu?
I'm 11.
She's 11. You just turned 11 the other day, right?
Yeah.
You were 10. You were 10 just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
We'll bring in number 2 here, the middle one.
No,
So-
I just took a shower.
Doesn't matter. We don't care about it. Took a shower. Doesn't take a shower. Thank you, Danu. And here's another one. What's your name?
Gwyneth,
How old are you?
13.
Do you go to school?
Well, not after this week.
Okay, so because of the coronavirus, right? They shut it down.
Yeah, for a week, and then
That's
they'll
not a
decide.
holiday, by the way. You're going to be still working, right? You're going to be working remotely,
Well,
right?
they said it might be optional.
Optional. You can go on vacation on spring break, or you have to work. Do you have options?
Yeah.
They never gave me options when I went to school. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So those are the two. Here, where's number 3? Laura has 3 kids, and I have 2 boys, right? Here's number 3. What's your name, sir?
Liam.
Come in more. Introduce yourself. What's your name?
Liam.
How old are you?
I think I'm a little bit above 10, like 1, 2. I think.
Okay, I know you're.
He's
about-
going to be 15 this summer.
Yeah,
15,
15
okay.
this summer. So,
So
I'm
here-
almost 15.
Okay, so here's an exciting thing. When you hear what this young gentleman wants to become, and he's a brilliant student, what do you want to become in your future?
Pediatric cardiologist.
Pediatric cardiologist. I can't even spell it. Say it again. Pediatric.
Cardiologist.
And he goes to as a you hold 14.
14. Yeah.
So as a 14-year-old, every year he goes with his mom, which is my fiance. He goes down to, where do you go to? Where you go for that seminar, that daily seminar? UCLA.
Yeah. No, it's like, I think it's the Luskin Conference Center. So
UCLA.
it's in UCLA. Yeah.
It's in the UCLA, and he goes down there and he mixes it up with all the doctors who are talking about how to treat, little children's hearts. Right? This is what he's interested in. He knows his calling, and he knows his goal. He's working towards it, just like these guys. Can we? Abstract Echo says, "Wow." Can we just send a lot of love to these little 3 future leaders? You met them, Danu, Gwen, and Liam. Big shout out to them. Come and say hi to everyone. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Those are my lovely fiance Laura's kids. And then I have 2. You met Ryan. Ryan's been on some of my feeds. And I'm sure these kids want to be on more future feeds as well. And then you have Dylan. Dylan is a little bit camera shy. He's the 16-year-old. He might be too cool for YouTube. I don't know. And he better come on to one of the shows with me, right? So look at this. Just look at this, guys. They're lighting up the room with a lot of hearts for you guys. That's so sweet. Gustavo Rosales, thank you. Abril Miller, thank you. Sherelle, thank you. Payment, thank you. Jimmy, thank you. Abstract Echo, thank you. Mark Fowdy, thank you. David Garcia, thank you. And to everyone tonight, we don't have to raise all the money on the first day. I so appreciate you, because we are going to write an amazing press release. We're going to sign up for the premium version, right? And we're going to let the rideshare world know that if you don't treat us well, after we bring you wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow of dollar notes, $20 notes, $100 bills, maybe just take a picture of this, because this is really sweet of you guys. I really appreciate you. So I just want to show the rideshare drivers what it looks like. They were just smiling when they saw what it looks like from my side, right? What I see, what I get to share with these 3 kids. And this is what we send to all people affected by the coronaviruses, even the Trudeaus today, the Jazz Utah players, every single mom, pop, child, politician, whoever you are that's affected by the CV, we send you this, right? We send you an abundance of love and light, and may you recover quickly. May you pull through. Guys, go and get your essentials. Doesn't mean you have to buy like crazy now and buy thousands and thousands of dollars of worth of water and food. Leave some for the other people. We went off on our mission today, and look at this. Just look at this here. This is where I was today.
Costco.
Right? Costco, in that very store here off Lindero, right? And guess what? There was no water, there was no paper, no sanitizer. But what I loaded up, I bought a few $100s worth of supplements, waters, vitamin waters, soups, everything the lady ordered. She texted me and said, "Get this, this, and this." Right, Laura?
Yes.
And then I got there and I oh my God, the paper section's empty, the water section is, she's going to see this here. I bought this big dingo here.
It says here that they ran.
See, this is how I roll. Kirkland style. You guys know this? Daily multi.
You can only get 2 toilet papers at Costco.
You can only get 2 toilet. That's good. I'm glad they not allowing you to roll out with 15 cases of toilet paper. You guys remember that video that I made a few weeks ago when I got all that toilet paper that I ended up through Brian selling to one of these 99-cent stores, but we're probably sitting on about 80,000 rolls of toilet paper. Do a lot of shitting when it comes to that, right? You can do a lot with it. Remember when I was throwing toilet paper at Dara Kay's new Venice house? Remember that video that I made? Cool. The same. Jimmy Denson has the same vitamins. What else did we buy there? Did we get the big D3?
You got, oh my God.
No, just
yes.
give me some of the supplements. What is that? Yeah, these, like this, this type of stuff. Obviously, the kids want this, they want their gummies, right?
Yeah, we ran out of those.
And then, this is really, really good. Resveratrol is very, very good. Probably the best one. I bought tons of these, right? It's a lot of tablets going around here. If anybody needs tablets, come on over. Come on over to our residence. I'll hand out tablets.
I don't think
no problem.
Do
Dennis says she doesn't want people to come over here. I know these
I
peeps.
don't want to get in trouble.
And if they need vitamin D3, they can come over to this casa. David Garcia. says, come on, everyone. Let's see some more thumbs up. Exactly. I'm going to leave the thread. I want to get it from 37 till at least 50. I know we can get 50 because that helps my YouTube algorithms. You know who I learned this from? I need more thumbs up. I learned that from Dustin. And then when Dustin once said that the thumbs up help the algorithms, help you rank higher in the videos, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to follow in Dustin's footsteps here and try it. We got already 39. Thank you very much. Right? And then I looked it up, and he's right. The more likes you have on your video, the higher you climb on topics. So that's what I learned from Dustin. And, Dustin's been on the phone with me, and I've helped Dustin a lot on many other things as well, right? So we help each other. Okay, so Abstract Echo wants to know the final tally for tonight. I've written down all the numbers. Okay, out of the $389 we will raise this week, we have $131 to go. So let me just announce that today we raised $358 from you guys. $358. And again, I will share the receipts and everything so you get to see open book what we use the money for. This money is not going towards Coronas and Limes and Budweisers and Heineken. No, this goes towards a superb press release, 400 words, which Andrew Carmen will be writing. And I'll give Andrew Carmen a little something because the guy can write press releases like no other. The guy is a maniac when it comes to writing. Panda in the house. Panda, we've got pandas in the house. Ooh, look at this. I've just been shown. Ooh, look, somebody's taking screenshots of Mr. T. Yo, yo, yo. Abstract Echo. Liam Peterson says hi. He's in the room. And I got the whole family in the room in the casa. Laura's laughing. Thank you, Sandy Man.
Thank you, Sandy Man.
We're on the 1 hour, 45 minute mark, and here's what I want to say today. This goes to show, this proves to me, more importantly, this proves to Uber, because they have been watching all the latest videos, is that never underestimate an army of 3 million drivers. Almost in one live stream, we have enough money to push out a premium PR press release, right? And let me just break it down for you so you know where the dollars are going. What is the premium package about? Go viral by distributing a press release, which Andrew's writing, to industry curated Twitter feeds and influential blogger networks. Number one. Number two, earn media coverage by emailing your press release directly to relevant industry-specific influencers, right? Number three, drive website traffic by syndicating your press release across hundreds of media partner websites. And anyone in this room, anyone who's in this feed, who comes into this feed, if you want the database of the 300,000 newspaper editors that I have worldwide, and once upon a time I spent $4,500 for this, and they send me updates every year. That's included in the package when I signed up for this many, many years ago. I will send you a free copy, and I've sent out several copies last week because subscribers requested that, right? So here's my email. If you want that database, I want to give back as well. So you have it, let's say you have a spouse who has a company, you want to do a press release, you want to push it out there. Go and look. These are newspaper editors worldwide, 300,000 strong, right? And I sent the Uber attorneys a tiny little appetizer of that database to show them, talk is cheap, I've got it, and I'll use it, right? Sandy Man puts the muscle in there. Bella Denver, I hope those are not autonomous vehicles. No, those are regular vehicles. Thank you, those little emojis, that's cool. Drive Town 13, thank you. To everyone in here, Sharif Salah, 100% with you, my friend. I appreciate you guys. To everyone, to every person that donated today, firstly, a huge thank you from me personally and from the room, and for everyone that's been in here, encouraging the others, showing Uber and Lyft that we care, and we actually do things when coronavirus rolls around. We help each other out. And now we're waiting on the bigwigs to make their move. Jeff Bezos announced he put $25 million into a coronavirus fund today. Derek Kay, what amount will you be putting into this coronavirus fund? We challenge you right here and now. Logan Grebe, what amount will you be putting into the coronavirus fund today? We challenge you, right? We're challenging all those rideshare executives to step up. We're challenging those executives to not match us with high-risk riders. We're actually creating the talking points for you. All you have to do is take the talking points, package it up in a media press release, and tell the world that your company cares about the people that built the company, namely the drivers. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. Amen. God bless. Drive safe. And please, clean, 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 clean. Spray down, clean. Right? How do we do it? Very simple. We get our microcloths. We just spray it down like this, right? And then we clean, not necessarily ourselves, but our cars, the doors, seat belts. It takes 3 minutes to do a clean in your car. And if you have 30 people going through your car, let's do the math. 30 people times, or 30 trips times 3 minutes. You are now officially setting aside 90 minutes. That equates to 1.5 hours of cleaning. Yes, you will be doing the cleaning. But why are you doing the cleaning? It's to keep you safe, that rider safe, and that rider who comes into contact with his or her family or business associate. We're keeping everyone safe. We are actually doing things that work. We are actually working together. We are actually making a difference. To all of you, again, good night. Thank you. Almost 2 hours strong. Go and take your tablets, your vitamins, your D3s, and drive safe.
Come over to our house.
And don't say these type of things.